Hello everyone and welcome back to another edition of PolyNerdic Playtest. Obviously this is Horizon Zero Dawn on the PlayStation 4, a very highly anticipated game that I could not wait to get my hands on and start playing yesterday. I played it for a couple hours. We're still very early into the game, but I wanted to get this out to let you know that this is a no-brainer. Buy this game. If you have a PlayStation 4, pick this game up. It is totally worth your time. Provided a couple things, like I know some people that will balk at the fact that the main character is a woman. I know some people that'll be upset when they fire it up and they see that you spend the first half hour of the game playing as Aloy here, as a 7-year-old girl learning how to hunt. If you're not one of those people, namely if you're not someone who has their head firmly up their butt, you will enjoy this game. It is a beautiful, stunning game. There are some amazing scenery in this game. That's actually one of the things that I've really enjoyed doing, is going into this photo mode and just looking around at the environment. I've taken some great screen caps with it. You can hide the player even. Yeah, it's just an absolutely beautiful game. Like I said, we're really early in the game. As you can see in the upper right-hand corner, I'm only level 6.
Getting soaked from melted snow.
And, so we're going to do a side quest real quick, just to show you how the game works. Encounter some of the robots. We're coming up on a Strider area. Here we go. The game's really solid, though. I haven't enjoyed a new IP this much in quite a while. Let's see. Let's get this guy's attention. For those of you that don't know, which are probably very few, the game takes place in a far off future after the fall of society. Humans live in tribal organizations, and there are robotic animals wandering the land. Some of them are pretty hostile. Some of them, like these guys, are fairly docile unless provoked.
Go quietly. Does it?
These things are called Watchers. They're a little more aggressive. They seem, probably like the best way I can describe it is they kind of shepherd some of the more docile creatures and defend them. They're very raptor-like in their design and the way they approach things. You're not limited to your spear. You have a bow. And you have fire arrows, different elemental attacks. You get this tripcaster thing, which sets.
Don't have another shot for this one.
Tripwires. I know I just wasted that to show you it, but that's what it does. I can't collect it afterwards, so it's just there now. Crafting is a part of the game. Is it getting nightfall? Yeah, it's turning night already, or storming. You can craft. Like, see, I can craft some more of those with the shit I'm carrying. Storm's moving in, it feels like. So we're gonna make our way to the marker over there. And, that'll be the play test here, just to give you my first impressions of the game and a quick look at the early part of the game. And then we'll wrap it up there. We are going to this guy Brahm. We found his sister in the woods. yelling for him. She said he was an outcast, but his time as an outcast was due to wrap up. But when they went to go get him, his camp was covered in blood. As far as the outcast goes, as I was saying earlier, they live in a tribal society, and if you're an outcast, you're shunned. At best, all you'll hear from the tribe's folk is, "I'm not talking to you, outcast." But generally, they are not allowed to speak to you at all. See, there's real animals too. Stuff for crafting. You have this device here that'll let you see what's up here. At the scrapper, they're tough, unless you can sneak up on them. They don't really have any weaknesses that I can tell. Several of them. So let's bring one in at a time. If you ambush these guys, they go down pretty easy. If you try to fight them, they're tough. Oh, and they will notice fallen companions, the robots will. But they're not quite smart enough to know that if I approach where this, buddy of mine's down, I'm gonna get attacked. Yeah, see, then when you do the photo mode, you can get some nice action shots. There you go. They go down pretty easy if you can stealth them. It's when you try to take them head on that they're difficult. As I was saying though, the environments of this game are freaking gorgeous. Looks like there's a cave back there. Let's see if there is. Can we not? Nope, can't get back there. Must not be anything back there. I'm curious as to what that is. That thing looks ominous as fuck. I figure it's going to be a problem later in the game. I haven't started officially streaming this game yet. Right now, just too many people are playing it. You just get lost in the shuffle. But at some point, I will stream it. Maybe on my second playthrough. I might just continue playing it off stream. You got watchers up there.
Look out below!
Oh, I could have slid down. Stealth is obviously an issue. If you can see up top, it'll show you how loud you're being and how well visible you are. I said how well visible. how visible you are to the enemies. Tall grass is your friend if you can find it. Okay, so you can only track one path at a time with the enemies. You're weak in their eye.
This must be Brom's camp. Better clear out those watchers.
See, this fellow's gonna come right near me, so just wait. Or I could whistle. Well, apparently I can't whistle because I can't see him. It won't let you just arbitrarily whistle. Now, logic says this thing should see me, but it's a video game, and
The others haven't noticed.
it's a video game, and the eyeball up top said I was hiding.
Blood, but no body. There's gotta be more to this.
So... this little doodad on the side of her head lets you investigate environments, kind of like detective vision. I had an exchange with Ben Hansen on from Game Informer on Twitter about this, about how I happen to find these detective type moments entertaining.
Looks like a few drops of blood lead away from the camp.
As long as they aren't simply follow this point, mission's over. Like if it's follow this trail to a certain point and then a thing happens and then you do some investigating there, like in the Arkham games, I love that. If it's more like another individual pointed out that it, like the Assassin's Creed games have had you just follow a track and then the mission's over, that's not fun. This sort of thing though, this is just right up my alley.
Whose knife is this? Did someone attack Brom with it? Looks like more blood leading away from here.
Yep. Let's highlight the track. Like, I like the investigative nature of segments like this, especially going back to the Arkham games. Like, this inherently in itself is not fun, just following a trail, but as a piece of the greater picture, it's a lot of fun, in my opinion.
There, bucket.
Same in the bucket.
Did someone bring the blood to the camp? The trail of blood ends here, but whoever left it must have also left tracks.
Yep, tracks. See? Now we're tracking a person. Some of the side quests, I've only done a couple. I noticed one where I helped a guy out and he improved the quality of my spear. So I don't know if that's the path this game takes you on or not. To be frank, I haven't played far enough into it, as you can see, to even really know what's going on with the world, what happened to the quote-unquote old ones, what's the deal with the machines, any of that.
The smell of rain.
I understand from multiple sources that by the end of the game, everything will be answered. I look forward to seeing those answers. Oh, shit. Alright, you saw me. Fair enough. I'll get you as you get closer. Yep, you saw it, didn't you? You saw what I did. One thing I will say I'm not too fond of is that the metal shards are your currency, but they're also key elements in crafting things. So you end up with this moment of, do I use this as currency or do I make more arrows? And I'm still trying to figure that stuff out too, as far as like which portions of the inventory, like which of these resources. I know obviously that the ridgewood and the metal shards make arrows, and that the wire's used for things like the what's that called? Trapcaster, or whatever the hell they called that thing. What did they call that thing? Tripcaster. I know, obviously I figured things like that out, but like I haven't quite figured out, like, is this resource good to keep, or to trade, or to just get rid of, or to use in crafting? Like, what's the best use for each thing? I haven't figured any of that out yet. There are the occasional graphical hiccup. I noticed there was a conversation in a cutscene earlier where their heads were kind of twitching a little bit. It was almost like they had tremors. Mostly noticeable in their hair, because the way their hair flows when their head moves, as you can see. That's the same in cutscenes. And there's been instances where I haven't been on level terrain, and there's been a hard gap between the bottom of her feet and what she's standing on. But no game is perfect. We are not there yet where games will be 100% flawless. But as far as gameplay goes, this game is pretty damn solid. It's the first time in a long time I've jumped into a new IP and been like, I love this. This is amazing right away. Man, come all the way back up to the camp?
That's twisted. I wonder if the blood from the camp came from this boar.
Oops. Still not quite getting the buttons down just yet. I roll a lot when I mean to crouch.
Why does he want people to think he's dead? And why desecrate the shrine?
Maybe Braum didn't do it.
What are those scrappers picking at?
Fucking scrappers. I need tall grass, damn it. Where's tall grass? There's no. Oh shit, watchers. This guy comes up over the rise, I'm gonna need to get him. Well, now you get to see combat that isn't stealthy.
Their skin.
Well, maybe not. Maybe you do get to see some stealthy-ass combat. See, they're tough when you... Search these guys. And by tough, I mean they don't go down to one hit. Not so much like they're hard. That would be some of the other enemies.
Looks like it was a watcher. If it's Brahm, he definitely knows how to handle a spear.
Alright. So... highlight track. I did not expect this side quest to be this long. But you're getting a good feel for how the game works as far as combat goes, and the sneaking around, the fighting the robots. Right before this, there was I guess you want to call it a boss fight, where you encounter your first real big robot. And it's called like a razor jaw, or... what the hell was it called? Let's look. Sawtooth. Razor jaw, sawtooth, same difference. This guy was a big dude. He was tough. He got me a number of times. There's climbing segments like this. You just gotta look for the right thing to climb.
Someone will need these supplies.
Find the right spot to stand to be able to examine.
Brahm was an outcast for a long time. Why take food and gear now?
Do this again. Highlight the track. Where's Brahm up to? Fall damage is a thing.
It's the supplies from the cache. Why would they take them and just throw them away?
There's a lot of crafting in this game, like craft some arrows. And I particularly like that you don't have to completely break from the flow of the game. You can do it without having to go to a menu and... that's a strider, yeah. Climb up here again.
I won't listen! Not until you promise.
Brahm lose his mind? Worst part about the climbing is trying to figure out where you're supposed to climb. Because it's not always crystal clear visually.
My sister! I need to protect her!
Alright, did Brahm lose his mind? Is that what's happening? The voice acting is generally pretty solid in this game, too.
I'll kill myself! I'll kill myself before I hurt her! You're not a spirit. What do you want?
I want you to step away from the edge, Brahm.
No. Leave me alone. Can't you see I need time to think? How am I supposed to think when everybody is shouting at me?
I see, then you get sort of like an aggressive tact, like a more thought out thing, and then like the more emotional response. Let's do this one.
So many voices to listen to. It must make your head hurt. I promise my voice will be soft and soothing.
A soft voice, like Alara's. It's been so long. Years. Yes. Yes, I will listen.
That's better. Now tell me, what's troubling you?
Spirits of the forgotten. Souls cursed by the All-Mother. Their voices never let me be. They want me to do things. Hurt people. If I go back to the Nora, they might make me hurt Alara. And I I'll kill myself before I let that happen.
Do you have to listen to the spirits, Brom?
They're speaking to me right now. Oh is with me. They take care of me. Keep me company.
See,
Help
Braum
me.
lost his mind as
Except
an
when
outcast.
They scream. Like when that hunter knocked me down. Crush his skull with the rock, they said. And I did.
Brom, you're alive. Oh, Mother be praised. I'm sorry I followed you, but I had to make sure he was all right.
No, 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 no. Please, sister, I can't protect you.
I need no protection from you, Brom.
He fears these spirits that he hears will turn him against you. Unless your voice can quiet them?
Yes, just as it was before. He only ever hurt someone once, and it was provoked.
I don't want to hurt you. But the Forgotten, their whispers, they fill my head with screams.
Brom isn't ready to return to the Nora, but I don't think he'll hurt you, Lara.
There's a place where I can stay. A cave on All Mother Mountain. I suppose you could visit me there, so long as I'm strong.
You will be, Brom. I'll help you.
Their culture is
Thank
something
you,
that I
Aloy.
find really
I'll take care
interesting.
of him now.
They have a
May you walk in
matriarchal
All-Mother's
society, it
eternal memory.
seems.
And
Their
may the
deity
Forgotten
is the All-Mother.
leave you be.
Being motherless is an insult. That's one of the things really early in the game. Someone says about Aloy, they're like, "You're motherless," like, and it was like a biting comment. It was definitely something that hurt her feelings as a child. So they have a really interesting culture set up in this tribal kind of way. I'm absolutely fascinated with the world of this game. I want to see more of it. But before I wrap this up, I want to just break down some of the other stuff that happens here. It's kind of Far Cry-like in the map, where like you'll have like, this is a scrapper area, this is a strider area. What's this? There's a merchant down here for some hunting goods. Little campfires. You can fast travel if you have like the little bedroll things. Look like I've got that down there in the lower right-hand corner. Right here, fast travel pack. I don't believe you can fast travel without these. You get these treasure boxes on occasion. They'll just have stuff in it like this. With your modifications, obviously she has different outfits. I haven't unlocked anymore. Got a couple different weapons. The spear isn't moddable. Hit the wrong button. You've got your skills as you level up. You get to do, like, you can't do the little luring whistle thing initially. You have to unlock it. Critical hits and concentration, where you slow down time. Things you gotta unlock. Damage increase, stuff like that. Quiet sprint. See, that's a good one. Ah, okay. So we got heavy and elite enemies, so that's Far Cry-like. Strike from below, strike from above. Again, very, very Far Cry-like stuff. Stuff to deal with your health and whatnot. What's Tinker do? Cool, that's something I need to be able to disarm my tripwires. That's fantastic. Inventory, crafting, carry capacity stuff, make your ammo. That way, if you need a break and you're in combat, you need to do crafting, you can come into the menu and do it. Quest log. I've got no open side quests, no open errands. I've just got the Mother's Heart quest to do. And then your notebook where, you get these things. Game progression. I'm not even 10% into the game. A lot of game left in this game to play, and I think that's a good, solid look at the early game. I can definitely wholeheartedly endorse this game. It's gorgeous. It plays well. If you like post-apocalyptic stuff, if you like third-person stealth/shooter type combat-y action games, think Uncharted, but more with a bow, not so much without any guns and not nearly as much climbing. It's definitely a great game. Guerrilla Games did or I think it's Guerrilla, the developers of Killzone, did a great job with this being their first third-person open-world game, not a first-person shooter like they are known for. They made a beautiful game. They made a game that plays really well. Right now, frankly, it's a front-runner for Game of the Year for me. I know we're only at the 1st of March, but it is a really good game, and it's setting the bar high for the rest of the year. If you have a PlayStation 4, check it out. I'm playing on a regular PlayStation 4, and it's absolutely gorgeous. I understand if you're playing it on a PS4 Pro with the 4K and the HDR settings turned on, it's even better looking. I can hardly imagine how much better it could look than it is. But as it stands right now, here at the early game, I suggest you go pick this up. I could not give it a more enthusiastic... I could not give it a more enthusiastic endorsement than I am right now. It's that good. Pick it up. Enjoy. I'm going to sign off here and continue playing solo. Down the road, I'll probably stream it, but for now, it's just something I want to play off stream in my off time. So, one last time, thanks for watching. Make sure you like, follow, subscribe here on YouTube, over on Twitch, PolyNerdic. That's twitch.tv/PolyNerdic on Twitch. Follow me on Twitter, @PolyNerdic. Give the Facebook page a like, PolyNerdic. And make sure you bookmark polynerdic.wordpress.com, where I write reviews and opinion pieces. And continue on with the main story quest. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you enjoy this game. Thanks for watching.